Welcome back to Chapter 2 of The Weeds in the Garden of Freedom. This chapter is called Present Realities. Make yourself comfortable and we'll begin to read. Josette and Francois really weren't eavesdropping, but they were so close. They thought that they heard Michaud suggest that the baby should be named Philippe. Michaud went on, "He was so excited about our baby, Suzette. He told me that our announcement changed his life and helped him to know what to do. I keep hoping that I'm going to wake up from the worst nightmare of my life." In Francois's head, he repeated, "Philippe Gagnon." And he turned to Josette, who whispered, "I like it too." A few seats away, Nicole and Joseph were sitting side by side, and Joseph was saying, "How will we keep the business running without Philippe? He was the mastermind behind it all. He was the brains of it. It was a three-way partnership, but Michaud and I always knew that Philippe was the principal partner. He just carried us. He even gave me space to conduct my experiments, and he was building space for Michaud to conduct his. He started pushing me to spend equal time in my experiments. He told me that it was the best thing I could do for all of us. I heard him talking to Michaud one day, and he was worried about taking up office time. Philippe said, 'We can all do the inputting. You two have to do the thinking for the future, or the building will never be realized.' He was really convincing about that. I worry that I left too much on his shoulders, and now I can never make it up to him. Joseph, listen to me. The last conversation I had with Philippe was not long before he and Marie left for Montreal. He told me that he was not the least bit concerned about you and Michaud handling the company without him. He said that he wished he could take 2 Lego blocks out of his own brain and plug one into Michaud's head and another into yours, so that you would believe in your own computing abilities like he did." Joseph's head swiveled to look at her. "He said that?" And then, when she nodded, he went on, "He meant for a couple of weeks, not the rest of our lives." "No, that's not it. I don't know if he had some sort of premonition, or if he was just chatting the way we often did about my input concerning the building, but he said that the two of you could make a go of it without him now. He said that he had taught you everything he knew, and the two of you kept coming up with more and more advanced ideas than he'd ever considered. He seemed frustrated that he could not make the two of you believe in yourselves. Listen, Joseph, I'm just as distraught as you are. He was my friend too. He wasn't like most of the guys who I encounter, who treat me like I'm one of your appendages, and that all my input is sort of cute. He really saw me as a valuable component of the plans for the building, and better than that, he made me feel like I was a real asset to your life. He even thanked me for seeing you so clearly. He asked me then to communicate his faith in you to you. I just didn't get around to it until now." "That's okay. I don't think I would have absorbed it before now anyways. I don't think I have ever felt this way before. Other people I know have died, and I was sad. They mattered, but this is of another magnitude. I feel like something inside me is dead. I really do. It feels like I have only one lung or something. Now it's your turn to listen to me. I did adore Philippe. He was someone very special, but listen to me, Nicole. I do not want to wait any longer to get married. Maybe we won't have the long lives we expect. Maybe it will all be over before we even realize. I don't want to waste one more minute. You have to move up the wedding date. Maybe we can just go to a registry office and not tell anyone, and then have a big fancy wedding whenever you're ready. Nicole's face registered shock, and Joseph went on. Nicole, I'm serious. If I feel like this, that I've lost a lung when Philippe died, I know I would never survive if something happened to you. No, don't shake your head. You know that I'm not given to flights of fantasy. I'm a numbers and a data guy who loves the scientific process, but something important has happened, and I suddenly know exactly what I know, and that is what is truly important. I absolutely know that when I fell in love with you, something happened to me, and that my own heart is beating in your chest now. I know it. I can feel it when something's not right with you. I feel it right here, he said, poking his fingers into his chest at the level of his heart. I don't know what's pushing my blood around now, but my heart is in your chest, and if you died, I know I would die too. Stop that right now, Joseph. It's lovely, fanciful language, and I appreciate knowing that you love me, but I never doubted it. What I will not entertain is you giving up on the most important person in my life if something ever happens to me. I will not tolerate it. If anything ever happens to me, I'm demanding that you go on and live life twice as hard. I mean it. Twice as hard. Once for you and once for me. It's only fair. Whoever has to go on without the other has to promise that. You have to. I hate the idea of being ripped off for my life, but if it ever happens, and I promise you, I would put up such a fight that death will have scars. I have to believe that you will go on and make something meaningful of my life. You have to. I promise to do it for you. You have to promise to do it for me, too. Nicole, you're the most impossible and beautiful woman in the world. Where do you come up with some of these ideas? Oh, I don't know. Maybe from my heart. If it's beating in your chest now, maybe it's infected with physics and new equivalents to Schrodinger's cat, she chuckled. But don't try to distract me. I want you to pinky swear that you will live for both of us if it comes to that. Only if you promise that we can go to the registry office tomorrow and get married. I'm not trying to stop your dream wedding. No one has to know but us. If I have to live for both of us, I want a double set of vows. The second wedding is for everyone else, to make sure that the vows stick, and that I have your solemn commitment on record twice, so that you can never claim it was a mistake. That's the end of chapter 2. The next chapter is called The Beginning of the Cataract. We invite you to return for that chapter, and we invite you to plant your seeds of the virtuous cycle. Remember, all that is holding a door, picking up something, helping someone somewhere in your life, someone we will never meet. We can all change the world, one gesture at a time. Blessings to you, my friend. I remain your friend, Deborah. Bye-bye.